All right, folks. It's the last day, last chance to excel in the weekly challenge. We are playing boards 9 and 10 today, which means it's Friday. And we are going to jump in with this hand. I left you with this yesterday. A very nice 14. What do you open? The answer for me is always a no trump. If I have a good 14, even with a 5-card suit, even with a 5-card major, I will open one no trump when I'm balanced and I have that good 5-card suit. Partner bid some Stayman and then bid 2 no trump. This is interesting. The robot plays weird minor suit transfers. So I'm going to mouse over it in a second, but I'm just going to tell you that when you see this, specifically this, Stayman, followed by just 2 no trump. If they bid 3 no trump, doesn't matter. When they bid 2 no trump, though, they may or may not have a 4-card major. And there you see that they will tell you this, may not have 4-card major. The reason they do this is because they use 2 no trump as some sort of minor suit bid, they need a way to invite. And the way to invite for them is to bid 2 clubs, Stayman first, and then bid 2 no trump. This is not the expert standard way. If you want to learn that, you can go to bridgelesson.com. There is a good lesson on minor suit transfers there. That'll give you the expert standard way that avoids this problem here. Because really, if we have 4 hearts and 4 spades and you see an auction like this, you will miss a major suit fit, right? When partner does have that other major. So here we're just going to pass without any problems. Ooh, this is awesome. Now we finally get a good lead for them. They get off to one of our better leads. And partner has this, what appeared to be worthless queen of spades ends up being a really nice card. There's a real problem with this hand, though. We're going to win this in dummy. And now we're going to have to say, okay, what do we lead? And I guess it's just going to be a heart, right? We certainly don't want to lead diamonds from dummy, and leading a club from dummy would be kind of crazy, right? So at this point, we're just trying to scrape together as many tricks as we can. I'm going to lead a club to the king, right? I'm hoping this wins. I'm not going to try to set up the club suit. I mean, I might lead some clubs so that they have to lead other suits, right? That's not the worst strategy at all. In fact, let's do that. We can afford to give up some tricks and put them on lead. And here we go. I'm going to duck this. I want to make them think that they have a future in spades, right? So if they're willing to lead a spade back, here we go. They're cashing a club. Okay, that means clubs are breaking evenly. We'll pitch a diamond. This is our only chance to take a heart finesse, guys. Right? When they lead it, we have to hop up with the jack here. And at this point, the question would be, do we play the king or do we duck? I'm not willing to do anything to, the diamond suit is still wide open, so we're in a lot of trouble. I'm just going to hope spades are breaking relatively evenly. They're not. This is a disaster hand here. We're going to go down 2 and be really happy about it, I think, on this one. So at this point, I'm just going to exit a heart and hope we get a diamond trick at some point. Notice I don't want to play diamonds myself at all. But, I mean, they have oodles of tricks at this point, including that spade they just pitched. They're just pitching winners over there. All right. So that's our choice. So the weird thing is this might be one of those bad boards for us. And what I mean by that is the robot's going to open a spade for sure. And then it's going to go pass a no trump, pass, and what's South going to do? They're probably going to bid 2 diamonds. And what's North going to do? They're probably going to pass. I don't know. Maybe 2 diamonds has better chances than in fact, it might with the spade suit being there. But really, I'm happy with what I did. And unfortunately, the way these cards are distributed in any normal line, they're just destined to beat us 2 tricks. And that's exactly what they did. The good thing is, in a match point situation, folks, when you see these results like this, going minus 100, just like the earlier one we were talking about where we might go plus 200 in some spots. When we go minus 100, it's not the worst if the opponents can make something. The problem here is, what can the opponents make, really? What are they going to be bidding? They're not, right? So we just have to hope that whatever our opponent finds as their contract, they also find a way to go down to. All right, here we go. Nothing to talk about here. We're going to open a club. We have an 18 count. Partner bids a no trump. Make your call, folks. I will accept, a couple of different calls here for your best call, and we'll talk about each of them. The one thing we should know is that partner does not have a 4-card major, right? So you can still describe this hand by reversing, though. You can bid 2 hearts, this is worthy of that bid, and it honestly shows your shape a little bit better. But I am just going to bid 2 no trump and be confident partner has some diamonds over there. All right, so this is 18-19 balanced, and it gives less information to the opponents. That's all. I kind of want to buy a decent lead in one of the major suits. If I bid 2 hearts, I might discourage that lead. Same with choosing spades. You would always choose hearts, obviously, but I'm saying if you were going to bid your major suit in these spots, you might not want to, because now you've provided less information for the lead, and now they've obviously gotten off to the right lead anyway, but nothing we can worry about there. And here comes that 8 of diamonds. We're going to pitch a spade now. All right. Now the question is, who do we think has the diamonds? And I would think East has the diamonds. They were the ones that led it. So when I look at that club suit, I have to recognize I have 2 ways to finesse, right? I'm going to finesse towards the West player, right? If someone wins, I want that person to be less likely to be able to cash a diamond, right? So I'm going to play the ace of clubs. I'm actually going to pitch the 10 of clubs here. And the reason I'm going to do that is so I can maintain the lead here if the clubs aren't breaking. So, all right, we lost that. Guess who had the diamond, folks? They both split evenly. So, okay, we'll take that. And now it doesn't look like we can make this sucker unless the opponents are pseudo-squeezed here. So we're going to play our side suit. Looks like clubs. We just need to take the club finesse the other direction to be able to make this thing. This is not going to be hard to defend for them. They can see the dummy. They can see what they need to hold on to. So we're destined to go down 1, which means we're going to get a result right about now, too. I hope this is okay. Ah, we tied the robot. My goodness. Wow, look at that. All right, so the robot got to 6, no trump on board 8. What did they bid with this thing? Let's take a look at that. Board 9 we knew was going to be maybe a little bit too much there. Like the opening bid we made kind of caused us to get 0 on that versus that. The pass out, I kind of knew it was going to be relatively normal. When you have a really bad hand in 4th seed, it's going to be pretty normal. 1 no in the South Main. Interesting. All right, so let's jump over to our results screen and go through some of these. This is the first time we've tied the robot. I would say match points would be more likely for that to happen for sure. But yeah, that's not the worst case, honestly, after a bad start to this one. So let's jump in and take a look at the bad scores here. This one was where we decided to open a no trump here with our 15, and we talked about this when. Oh, excuse me. Let's not jump too far ahead. When we see this lead here, we knew we needed to play clubs at some point, at the end of this hand at least. And I would guess, let's see if the robot did that, right? So they had the same auction. We knew the auction was going to be the same. And now let's see, same lead. They won the ace first. Okay, so that was the one change that they had. They won the ace first, which again, when you have 5 of them and you have a doubleton in one hand, I mean, that's not the worst play. You're losing the big win when the robot makes a bad switch, which honestly, they do more than any human being ever would. So I think ducking is always right in that spot, but the robot played it differently and they were rewarded because now let's see what happened. It goes diamond. They take the same line we do basically, but they play spades also. Look at that. So technically at this point, they should be able to just get that a trick. Yeah, if they just get to their hearts at this point. And they might have done that, but at some point the robot goes wrong, and it's because of that initial play. It's so weird with the robot. Even a weird random card you might play will have some significance to them. And the other win there is, look at that, they pitched a spade rather than a club, right? And here we had already played spades, which they did as well. And instead of actually trying to get an extra trick in that suit, they decided to protect clubs, and that was good for them. And also, look, now they get this nice lead of a club, and now they can't go down, right? If we go back 1 card here, you'll notice that they've already done the damage to kind of let the opponent make this hand. Here, I think we were down 2 anyway, so... Yeah, we were way away from getting a good score on that one. The next 2 were good for us. Amazingly enough, 4 hearts was just kind of our normal result here. And we get 100 because I believe they only made 4 at the other table. Okay, cool. And then 6 hearts, they actually went down 2 at the other table on this one. Amazing that we get a better score than we were expecting here. This is the one I want to see, though. What did the robot do here? What happened? What did we do wrong? They reversed. Okay. Or no. Excuse me. This is a different hand we're talking about. They jumped to 6 no trump over 3 diamonds. Okay, well, they must know way more than I do about bridge with the robot because they're playing a mirror on this one. So they bombed 6 diamonds. I mean, or 6 no trump. I wish I had done that. That would be great. But the more scientific auction, I thought, was the one that would produce the best result, and with all the types of hands partner could hold, right? Show your hearts. You're in a game-forcing hand. When partner bids 3-no, have faith in partner to make the right choice. But after this one, my faith level goes down just a little bit. This next one, they were just in a lower contract for sure, right? They took the same number of tricks, but they opened normally, right? And they were interesting. They passed 1 no trump. And it's because partner was a passed hand. I usually still wouldn't pass a no trump here with a good 14. I would still kind of pattern out. But again, my style. With a good 14, I would just open a no trump. So I don't have this problem ever, right? So I open a no trump with these hands. But you can see that is not always going to be a winner, right? Against the robot, you're so much further ahead with these types of bids in the long run. But in the short term, you might have just aberrant results like this that are terrible. Okay, I'll take a tie. All right, after COVID stupidity and just absolute sleeping pretty much every second of the day, I feel like I'm still in dumb town, but I'm getting a little bit better. So hopefully next week we will have a crushing victory against the robot. But we'll take a tie with some suspect results here and some interesting choices by our partners. Next week, guys, we will get back to imps, and I might do another one of those just declares randomly as well, because I want to do some more beginner stuff. And I think just declares is a great way to get your friends into the game. So stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys very shortly, either right here on YouTube or on bridgelesson.com for the new spring schedule. I'll see you guys soon.